Hi guys, it's Ethnic Green Living here, and I am back to talk about more curricula. Again, for those of you who have not watched my last couple of videos, I am doing a low spin, no buy year this year. I am using predominantly what we had, and in my previous science video, I talked about how I was going to be using exploring creation with astronomy, and I let you guys see how I planned majority of that unit. Now, exploring creations with astronomy is something that can be done in 2 days or 3 days. And since I'm doing it with a lot of kids, multiple grade levels and grade ages, I decided that I would make it 3 days. So what am I doing the other 2 days? Although I could do something else, last year, I think the year before, we did exploring nature with children. We've been doing this and I just really love it. I've done another video about it in the past, so I won't beat that horse. I'll refer you back to that video. The only thing I did was, and we're using the exact same notebooks that we use. We didn't fill them up, so I don't see the need to go and buy new ones. Now, what I did do to just bring a little bit of newness, even though it's not new, I copied this Exploring Nature with Children's guide picture right here, and then I just printed it to size and stuck it inside. And to me, that made it look new, although it's not new. So they look so beautiful, and I'm really excited about that. Okay. So now that we've got the notebooks out of the way, using the exact same ones, this is not a part of Exploring Nature with Children. However, I will say this is a great book. I have the whole set. I think this is amazing, and I really think this is something that you could and should have. And what I'm gonna do for just a second is slide this over, and I want to talk to you. So you're kind of getting a sneak peek at my spine, and you can see here forest, desert, rainforest, rivers, lakes, grasslands, mountains, oceans, coral reefs, right? And then when we do the astronomy here, you can see astronomy, sun, Mercury. And so what I did was I went ahead and copied this sheet right here. And then I added what I just showed you from this Exploring Creation with Astronomy to the side. My writing is a little sloppy right here, so don't judge me. In fact, I don't want you to see it like that. But the reason I'm sharing with you is because what I did was I went through this book here, and I went ahead and saw how this nature anatomy went ahead and tied in good with the science and the astronomy. And so what I did was, on here I just wrote down page 128. So then what I did here was I came into this book, and so this says layers of the earth, and so I said week 12 through 13. This one said mountains, and we talk about mountains in week 23 through 24. So I just tabbed all these here. We talk about the deserts, week 5 through 6. So I just tabbed everything in this book. So I'm going to stick that there. And then I'm going to just bring you back to this, how I plan to use this year. Okay, so you saw that on my list, there was Earth, there was the moon, there was just constellations, there was forests and deserts, rivers and lakes. So when I am over here doing that particular unit, I am going to open up to that unit. But when I'm not doing that unit, I plan to just go in order. Let me just take you to the front. Again, I've done a video. Okay, so week 2. So they give you all the information here. You have an activity, a book list, some notes, nonfiction, and what I love is you have a poem. So with each week here, you do a nature walk, you have a big book list, a poem, you have art to enjoy, and a nature journal. So this is why, even though we're doing Apologia, I'm not going to give this up. We love nature, we're in nature a lot, and this works for us. So again, when the week coincides with what we're learning about in astronomy, we're going to do that week, and then just one other lesson. And when it doesn't, we'll be just exploring nature. And this is important to us because we live in an area where all these things are prevalent and here. So hopefully this wasn't too long and drawn out, but I do have an extra copy of this book. I think it's so phenomenal. And in the next upcoming video or so, I will be giving this away with the gardening book that I offered before, because there may be other moms who are on a no-buy, low-spend year, and I want you to be blessed. And I don't want you to have to struggle about what you're going to use and how you're going to teach and all those things. So I got you. I'll be working that out in the next couple days, but this is what we're doing. If you mix sciences together, let me know in the comments below. And if you're using Exploring Nature with Children or Apologia Science, let me know. I'd love to hear it, and I'd love for us to kind of follow along and support each other. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I always say you can do a lot with a little, and until next time, blessings.